So, tell me about yourself.
Will you promise you won't judge?
What? I ain't no little boy. Like, what am I gonna judge for?
Okay, well... You said you wouldn't judge!
I was lying!
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from the Modern King titled "She Thought Cheating on the Girls' Night Was a Good Idea Until Her Husband Did This." Again, guys, I will say any woman who's married or in a relationship and she's having girls' nights out, not marriage or relationship material. My goodness. Let's jump into today's video.
Hey. What's up? What's up?
Can you get the Vicks on the bathroom counter for me? And then can you make me some tea, please?
You're not feeling well? Obviously, right? I get it. So what you can do is, what you call one of your friends you went on a girls trip with to come bring you some goddamn Vicks and tea. How about that?
Damn.
Oh my gosh, babe, for real?
Nah, I'm serious. I told your black not to go on no girls trip. Actually, I didn't tell you. I asked you.
If a woman decides to go on a girls' trip, especially against the wishes of the man that she's with, then she's already made it clear how important her man is to her, and apparently getting drunk and stupid is more important.
And you decided to go on a girls trip and come back to my house sick and my goddamn dad. Look at you. No, I'm not giving you no tea.
Sick, babe?
Yeah.
Why you gotta be mean like
Well, how'd
that?
you get sick? How'd you get sick?
You
How did you get sick? How'd you get sick? What was you doing? What was you doing? Who was you on? Who was you on? Who was you close to?
Man.
Go get your own goddamn. You damn right. God.
Getting angry and defensive is never a smart idea when a guy is asking questions about a girl's trip. It just shows how far she's willing to go to avoid answering some very simple questions.
What's up?
Are you over 18?
Yeah.
Would you mind, I'll give you $20 to serve my wife paperwork for divorce because I caught her cheating last week.
Oh,
You want to do it?
Yes, sir. I don't like cheaters.
Yeah, neither do I. Okay, you want to just move your bike off to the side?
Yes, sir.
Tell you what you have to do.
No worries. Oh, dude, this dude, I don't even know, like... I'll just park right there. That's the legit official paper server.
You know that husband has been through a nasty marriage if he has to pay a random dude $20 just to serve the divorce papers for him.
Okay, so, I really appreciate this.
Not a problem.
I just filed this yesterday.
Okay.
So I got to get served today because you go out of town tomorrow.
No worries.
So, 2 blocks out of the way.
Okay. Hell, I just got approached by some random dude who's was cheating on him. This dude's a beast. He's in that Porsche Carrera right there. So I get to go break it to the... And it's all going to be on footage, and it's all going to go on YouTube.
It's crazy how this guy got himself involved in this mess, but at the same time, if that guy's wife is cheating on him, then it's probably wiser to have a third party deliver the papers just to avoid the headache.
What is one thing that is a deal breaker for you, but it's kind of petty, meaning don't comment, oh, if a woman cheats, or oh, if a woman is not loyal, oh, if she has a boyfriend on the side. No. Something petty like, oh, she's a picky eater, or maybe she has kids, or maybe she has a best guy friend. Petty is like, you don't like the way she decorates her house, but something, like I said, something petty, not something obvious, like I said.
I'm sure there are dudes out there who have petty reasons for not wanting a woman, but considering a modern woman will ghost a guy if he scratches an itch awkwardly, there's no way anybody's going to top that level of petty.
I'm pregnant, but my husband doesn't know that. What? Being your husband, he will have the responsibility to take care of your child, even if he is aware that he is not the dad? Nobody can question you and the law is there to support you? What law? Okay, maybe it'll make sense if I read the whole thing. As a precaution, frame some false case against your husband so that if he plans to move legally, you can counter it with this?
The advice that this woman is giving is just downright sadistic, creating false claims and abusing the law to trick a man into thinking that he's taking care of a child that isn't biologically his. That is insane.
Contact any female lawyer and make sure she is a feminist so that she can help you more sincerely. If he acts more smart, then go for a divorce and claim good alimony and maintenance so that he can't marry again with his financial capability. Being a feminist, I wish you all success for your fight against the men. What? This is a joke, right?
This woman cheated on her husband and also got pregnant in the process. And the advice that she gets is to punish the husband who is completely innocent in all of this simply because he's a man. That is disgusting.
A lot about women. I think I learned exactly how the fall of man occurred in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, and Adam said one day, "Wow, Eve, here we are at one with nature, at one with God. We'll never age, we'll never die. And all our dreams come true the instant that we have them." And Eve said, "Yeah, it's just not enough, is it?"
No, that's not funny.
I was just waiting for more.
Oh,
so that was kind of his point.
Oh my God, dude. Oh God.
That's kind of what he was saying.
She didn't want to admit the guy had a point. She's the type of woman who can't stand being the butt of a joke, even when modern women have done everything in their power to earn that privilege.
You know what I just realized about relationships? A guy starts off by putting 100% in the beginning of a relationship. And over time, that will slowly go down from like 100 to 95 to 90 to 80 to 85. And then you notice, and you only notice when it goes down to like 75 or 80%, and then you say something. And then when you say something, he puts back 5% effort, and you're content. You're like, okay, he put in some effort, but it never goes back up to 100 or 90 or 95. It just goes from like that 75 to 80.
Under her own logic, if a man is lowering his effort, it's because the woman is putting in even less effort than he is. So there's really no point in working hard for a woman who won't do the same in kind.
And then it goes back down again to like 70. And then it goes down to 60. Long story short, it'll just go back down to 10% when it started at 100.
If a man does this, it is not because he has a problem giving effort. The problem he has is giving that effort but not receiving any effort back. And of course, early on in dating, that man, he knows he's expected to give. And so he does that. But at some point, he has to feel like he's going to get some amount of reciprocation.
I love how modern women seem to think that men are just supposed to do all of the work to make her happy, but relationships involve work from two people. If she's not putting in any effort, then he's not going to see the point anymore.
Boyfriend just broke up with her as we're leaving for Fort Lauderdale spring break. Good. That's the best thing he could have done for her and him. He ain't get cheated on and she ain't become a cheater. Amen. God is amazing. If you set a healthy boundary, like for example, if you tell your partner, hey, I don't feel comfortable with you going to a place that's literally known for how lit the spring break be and how many people be getting cheated on there, at least not by yourself. If that partner say, you know what, I don't care, I'm gonna go anyway, screw you, bad. Leave her or leave him. Dudes ain't excluded in this.
If a woman decides to go on a girls' trip while also ignoring her man's concerns, then she has already made it clear that her man isn't as much of a priority as her going out and having fun. No man deserves to be treated that way.
My narcissistic husband told me it's a disgrace that I'm posting about what's going on in our relationship. I don't think me posting about it is the disgrace. I think the disgrace is what is going on in the first place. Some people have such a problem with me sharing my story.
It could be both.
And my husband says it's a disgrace. You want to know what a disgrace is?
The disgrace is her openly insulting her husband while airing out their dirty laundry to the entire internet just so she can get internet attention. It doesn't matter how she tries to justify it, she is the one in the wrong here.
A disgrace is how you talk to me every day. A disgrace is how you make me feel every day. Not me sharing my story.
My God.
Not me sharing how I feel. Not educating people on narcissistic abuse. That shouldn't be what the disgrace is. The disgrace should be how the men are treating women, narcissistic men. not us exposing them.
If this man was truly a terrible monster like she claims, then she would be too afraid to be exposing his so-called narcissistic tendencies. She's just openly shaming her husband because she hates him. It's really that simple.
Accountability is basically the antithesis of feminism. And I also think that masculinity represents accountability. A lot of times in male-dominated spaces, there's a lot of accountability. But whereas women-dominated spaces, you bend the rules, you allow certain things to go past, and you allow a lot more of the emotions to take place. And while that's great in some aspects when it's complemented with masculinity, because I don't want people to get the vibe that we're just dogging on femininity.
Modern feminists have written themselves a hall pass to avoid accountability at all costs. Nothing is ever their fault. It's either men, society, or the quote-unquote patriarchy. And even if they do admit to being wrong, it's still because of something else.
Right. We're dogging on the fact that feminism doesn't hold people accountable and doesn't ever protect women's actual mental stability. It just encourages mental instability because feminism profits off of that mental instability. There are also toxic versions of, like, toxic femininity really does exist, and feminism doesn't allow us to talk about that. All the places where femininity can get hijacked are where masculinity needs to come back in and restabilize.
The problem is that male spaces have been invaded by feminists. They demand representation in every space, even when it's clear that they are not welcome. It's the same mentality that spoiled children have, honestly.
This might piss some people off. If you are a man who is afraid of commitment, afraid of marriage, afraid to do the hard thing, that is extremely unmanly, and I don't consider you a masculine man. Masculine men don't run from pressure. They don't run from difficult things. Imagine if in the hunter-gatherer days, they ran away from hunting a bison because it was too difficult, and the pressure got to them. Your village would die. So when you as a man are running from responsibility, from pressure, from commitment.
Men aren't running away from their responsibilities. They just don't want to be involved with a woman who's going to relentlessly emasculate him for not being stupid enough to marry a woman like this.
And from extending your literal blood lineage, you're not a man, you're a boy. Little boys do that. Men do the hard thing. Men go towards challenge. Men accept that challenge is a part of life. Men accept that pressure is a part of life and not something to be running from. And hey, if you want to be like that, the world is your oyster. No one's telling you to stop. But don't call yourself something that you're not. A man.
Men have got a lot to lose by choosing to be with the wrong woman. That's why most men won't get with a woman who's going to talk down to him, because he's not interested in having children with somebody like that.
End of the road, boys. This is as far as we can get you safely. All right, boom up, please. Up. Crushing my suspension. What are you doing? Who are you talking to? You're the only one here. I know, but it's my imagination. Perfect. That's all we needed. All right. Back on the boat. Yeah.
Modern women would see this kind of stuff as childish, but this is the kind of stuff that makes life simple and fun. Dudes don't need a whole lot of expensive trinkets. Even something as simple as a remote-controlled truck and a creek can sometimes be enough, and that's pretty cool. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.